Star 98.7.
I learn something every day on this show.
Already? You learned something?
Already. I
Wow.
learned that copy machines have to heat up.
Yeah, they have to warm up.
I've never used one at the beginning of the day. Only at the end.
Right. When
So they're already
warm.
hot.
Exactly.
Usually I can just walk up and just hit the, go.
Yeah, no.
Oh, they have to wait and warm up. Here they got to heat up.
Pisses you off when you have to wait to warm up.
Yep.
Well, it seems like they can put a man on the moon and an ear on a mouse.
Right.
They can just
Make a copy machine turn on and print.
Yeah, instantly works. That's crazy. All right, anyway, so that's what I learned today. Yay. Anyway, I'm tired.
How was Vegas?
You know what? Vegas has become something you can't do in a weekend anymore.
Especially when you're pregnant and tired and sick.
Right.
But I mean, there's so much there. There's just so much, especially sober. You notice there's a lot more to
Right.
do.
Well,
there's shows and
There's
stuff.
like so much more to do.
right. And now Monica told me you had people from out of town, right? So you had to do
Yeah,
more.
I had the snowboarder's brother.
Because when you're local, you've been there enough that when you go there, you're usually doing one thing. You're staying at the Palms, or you're not trying to make the whole strip.
Yeah, you never
Right.
leave.
Right.
Right.
You
Yeah.
go where you go and you stay and gamble
Right.
and drink all weekend.
There's just thank you, Monica. Monica made us copies, everyone.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Monica. Did you know that I had to heat up first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that Monica sat with her parents in a hot tub over the weekend?
Oh, the
hot tub
the
came?
fair hot tub?
The fair hot tub. I said, Monica, what'd you do? Well, she said, hey, how was your weekend? I said, oh, it was crazy. And then I said, how was yours? And she said, good. I said, what'd you do? And she said, well, Friday night we hung out with my parents and we sat in the hot tub. And I said, with them? And she goes, well, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to be in parents too.
No.
Yeah. I hot tubbed with the baby this weekend because I had to.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Do you want to sit with your parents?
No, I didn't want to be in the hot tub with the baby because I think hot tubs are creepy at like hotels because
Right.
people do bad things in them.
Right.
But we promised her she could swim, and we didn't get to Palm Springs until like 7.
Oh, and it was warm.
It was cold, so yeah, we had to
Right.
go in the hot tub. But hot tubs are creepy, and no, you shouldn't go in with your parents.
No, parents, but this is their own personal hot tub, so it's not creepy.
You shouldn't even see parents in swimsuit attire.
Right. Still kind of creepy to soak in a hot tub with your parents. I don't care what they've done in it yet.
Oh, Jack. I don't think that they do stuff.
It's still new.
They have like 4 or 5 kids.
Yeah, but I don't think they like each other that much. You know how your parents get to that age?
Oh, imagine that. Imagine coming home and catching your parents in the hot
Oh,
tub getting sleepy.
no.
Like a bad 70s porn.
No.
The box of wine edged up right to
Oh,
the
yeah.
side of the hot tub.
Some slow
Oh,
jams.
the boombox playing.
No, the hot tubs now have boom boxes in them.
Oh.
Yeah,
And lights.
Yeah, they have car stereos with those whatever lights. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, romantic limo lighting.
Yeah, so when the limo lighting just kind of goes to blue to red to white to blue to red to white.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Monica. So she said, but I said to her, well, I'm so happy that your parents bought the fair hot tub and are using it because a lot of people buy the fair hot tub and never use
Oh,
it.
right.
First weekend. Give it a minute.
Yeah, it's still
It's
fairly
not the
new.
first weekend. They bought it over the
Yeah, but
whatever.
the fair was only a couple months
Yeah,
ago.
they just got it delivered not that long ago. In the last
Let's
couple
talk
weeks.
to them in 6 months and see if that
Yeah.
thing isn't sitting there with the cover on it and stuff stacked on top of the
Yeah.
cover.
Their laundry.
The Christmas
Right.
tree will be on it by Christmas.
All right, we'll see how long the hot tub plays. So that was Friday night. Pancho and Monica sat in parent stew.
Okay, there's so many issues with that. Not only did they hot tub with their parents, but on a Friday night, that was the best thing they could come up to do. They're a young couple
Hold
with
on.
no
I
commitment.
know they are.
Hold
They don't
on.
have babies. They don't have anything. They can
That's
go out.
worse. Okay, Jack, imagine going in the hot tub with your parents, just you and with your parents over there. You can't bring your spouse. Imagine going into the hot tub with your in-laws. That's twice as
Oh,
bad.
because poor Pancho.
Yeah, for Poncho, that's even creepier. You're right.
Yes!
Yeah, there's so
Poor
many things that are
Poncho.
wrong.
Poor Pancho, and you know she forced him.
Yes. Oh, don't worry, my
And
dad
here's
has
what
short-term
Monica
figure.
would say right
Oh.
now. No.
No, he wanted to.
If she was in this room, she'd say no.
That's
no.
what all guys in their 20s want to do. Hang out in their in-laws' stew.
Oh.
I love in-law stew. I'm gonna serve me up a cup of that later. Maybe Monica can package it and sell it. In-law stew. And then Saturday night, I asked her, "So what'd you do Saturday night?" But I said, gosh, that's great. They're using the hot tub. They went over to his parents' house.
Use their hot tub?
I don't know. Monica, come here. What'd you do Saturday
For a
night?
sauna.
For a sauna and a steam bath. What'd you do Saturday night?
Barbecued with my in-laws.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, at least they barbecued. They had some food.
Right. That doesn't seem nearly as creepy. Everyone was clothed at that.
Yeah, everybody had their clothes on?
Everybody had their clothes on.
Okay,
yes.
good. And what'd you eat?
We had carne asada, and we had rice and beans, and we had...
How do you grill that?
Carne asada?
The beans
No.
fall through the grill. It's hard.
No, you prepare that in the kitchen.
But didn't you say we grilled?
That
Carne
carne
asada.
I don't know what it is.
It's like steak
burnt
all
meat.
marinated Mexican style.
Yeah.
thin steak. You chop it up and make tacos with it.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, you grill that on the grill?
You just slap it on the grill, and then...
And it fires right up?
In
And
about
then, yeah.
5 minutes, man. It cooks
It's
fast.
done. It's good.
Well, that
Nice
sounds
and
tasty.
tender.
Tender. It's so tender. Oh, I miss them.
No, but we did. No, but that's what exactly what we all sat around and went, isn't the meat so tender?
That's what you do when you're at older people's house. You talk
Right.
about the meat and how the texture is.
Oh, no, yeah.
That's all you do is talk about how great the meat is and how
Yeah.
tender it is.
Anytime I call my grandparents, the conversation consists about what they had for lunch. And
Yeah.
maybe if I've ever been to that restaurant and had the same thing.
Right, it's the weather, Jack, and how tender meat is.
Right,
That's all you really got
exactly.
in
Yeah.
common with them anymore. So did you play Scrabble or anything?
We played spoons, the card game.
Yeah, where you don't
Right.
do you have to eat the stuff that you put in the spoon? Whoever's left.
No, whoever's left has to take a shot. And we
Oh.
Hold on.
Wow, with the parents?
Friday night, you hot
Parents,
tub
my
with your parents.
sister-in-law.
And then Saturday night, you got drunk with your in-laws.
Yeah.
You
we're
guys need to
partying
go
like
out.
that.
Why don't you guys go out? We were talking about this. You're young.
Right.
How
You
old
don't
are
have
you?
No, I'm 27 and Poncho's
She's
29.
27, 29.
Go out,
Yeah.
go to a movie and dinner.
I know.
That Chicken Little, a pretty good movie.
Jack. Well, that's the thing is we both felt like we hadn't really done anything with our parents in a long time.
Wait, 2
There's-
weeks ago you guys
right.
sat at home.
Right, and there's bars where you can drink with complete strangers.
Yes, you did because we talked about it because everybody went and did something.
Right,
and,
and
you were
you-
at home.
Yeah.
You went to Stater Brothers or something, remember?
I'm sorry, Stater Brothers interrupt us here. She came in here. I did something fun on Sunday. All right, so here's what we have with Monica's lineup on the weekend. Not that we're criticizing, because it's a beautiful thing. She hung out with her family all weekend.
Right.
Because how many of us would want to?
In our 20s.
Right. I mean, this was a voluntary program.
Right.
This was not like they came to town, you had to hang out. This was totally voluntary and planned.
Right.
We
A
live
couple
10
20.
minutes down the street.
You're
From
right.
us.
Yeah. So,
Both sets of parents.
so Friday night she had
Hot tub with her parents.
right, what you call parent cappuccino?
Oh, that's parent frappuccino. with
Parent
the-
frappuccino.
Yeah, the foam on top of mom and dad.
Woo, yeah. Friday night in the hot tub with the parents. And then Saturday night, her in-laws, they had carne asada
Yeah.
or whatever.
We had a
That's okay.
barbecue.
That's
And barbecue. Yeah,
And
so
we got drunk.
and they got drunk with the
That's a little
parents.
weird.
Right, but that's weird. See, it's not cool. It's cool if you went out with your friends and had a few drinks or whatever, but when you get drunk with your in-laws, doesn't seem quite as cool.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like either you're coping
That's funny. All right, so that was Saturday night. And then last weekend, she went to Stater Brothers over the weekend.
Right. It was a highlight.
Right, and so she came running in, and she goes, I just realized I did something really fun yesterday. And I said, hold on there, Sparky, you might want to tell the people. So go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, wait, maybe I should get a drum roll.
Yeah, drum roll for the
please.
moment of cool.
Yeah, let's see here. Here it is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Monica Medina does something cool yesterday. It was...
I went to dinner with friends, and then we went to see a play.
Wow.
You're
No
so not
parents.
cool for
We didn't
27.
have parents with
Give me a
us.
drink and put me back in the hot tub with your parents.
That's a great day if you're 60. You're 27.
You are 27. You went to a play on a Sunday?
Yes.
What play?
Well, remember Lindsay used to work here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
even worse, it was
Oh,
a bad
God.
We
play.
were there supporting her boyfriend and our friend Seamus, who
Okay,
did a really great
if you
job.
go to like, if you would have
not what
said,
I asked.
Yeah,
Right.
if you would have said like, I went and saw, Mamma Mia, or like, a real play.
Right.
Production.
Okay, you went and saw like
Yeah,
off.
there were
bizarre play.
Like the theater house maybe sat 20 people
And what was it called?
at the beach house. They would play.
Haven't you heard of that, Jack?
Yes.
Yeah, where was it playing?
some little theater off of La Brea.
Exactly.
And we went to a little restaurant, and it was a good night. I got to see some
You're
friends I haven't seen in
27.
a while.
They're not your friends.
You're
They're my
27.
friends.
They're
I
not your
talk to
friends
them
now
all
that
the
you
time.
dragged them to some little theater.
They were in it.
Yeah.
One of them was
Invited
in it.
us.
One of them was an actor, Jack.
Oh, those were the friends you went with? Was Lindsay and
Lindsay's boyfriend was
So
in the
it was
play.
kind of co-workers. It wasn't
Did
even
you
really
go
friends.
with them?
We met at the restaurant, had dinner before, then went over and saw the play.
So totally sober too,
Right.
because
And,
he has to act.
and you
Yeah.
realize Poncho, it's football Sunday. The last thing he wants to do is sit at a play.
He did say that on the way there. He's like, there's a game tonight.
Yeah, it was like what, Kansas City, I think, or
No,
something.
the Eagles played the night game last night.
Oh, but didn't Kansas City play during the day?
Yeah, and that was a damn good game. They
But
beat the
they're
Raiders.
friends.
All I know
Joe
is that
and
Virginia
Jameis.
Tech lost, and it was a real bad day for
Yeah,
the boy that
okay.
was with us.
Oh,
Virginia
I
Tech
hate
lost,
that.
and UCLA got murdered.
Murdered!
And ruined their season like boneheads.
Oh my God, what happened?
They fell apart in
I'm
Arizona.
so sad that UCLA lost.
All right.
Yeah, it
Attention,
sucks.
attention, college sports fans.
Uh-huh.
Either you're not in school anymore, or when you were in school, you weren't on the football team. So this doesn't really matter to you.
Matters greatly. It matters
I know, Jack.
greatly,
And if
greatly.
you never even went to
Dude,
the school,
right.
I don't understand.
Well, that one I'd never get.
Yeah.
That one where
Oh,
you didn't go
very
to the
tough.
school. But I mean, I wanted UCLA to win, and I didn't go to UCLA. But I just did that.
That was
so-
out of spite.
That's out of spite to Bill DeBobby, and I want him to kick USC's ass. But that was just my own personal
NSC's on a
vendetta.
roll.
But Virginia Tech, right? So my boyfriend's brother, he's only 23. He works at Goodyear as an
Yeah.
engineer.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. Don't you need to go to Europe for a couple of years or something?
Oh, he graduated, went straight to work?
He's a
Wow.
full-time
him.
employee at Goodyear as an engineer.
Good for
He
him.
can tell you anything about your tires. Just keep them inflated a lot. If they're underinflated, they'll blow.
Okay. Good.
Keep them all full, okay? I looked at him, I go, can you believe you went to Virginia Tech to become an engineer and you're telling us about our tires need air? Because Alina had her car up there and he's like, oh, that tire's going to blow. And I'm like, stop with your tire madness. By the way, he's listening right now. He got in this morning. He's in Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
And he left last night at 10:30 Vegas. He got in at like 4 or 5 or something like that and then just went to work.
Wow.
So I said to him, and this
Productive engineer today.
this is off the record, if your tire problem today kills me, because I know I'm tired, but I'm not going to kill people.
Right.
And he said, I don't work at Firestone. Oh. See, they have that good rubber humor.
See, rivalry even amongst tire people. How could you not get the freaking college football rivalry?
Oh my God, he was so mad about Virginia Tech. And I'm like, dude, you don't go there anymore. But he graduated last year.
Right.
And I'm like, still, you're gone. He goes, yeah, but all my friends are still there. Because they didn't graduate.
Oh.
They're on like the 12-year plan. How about that tornado, huh?
Wow.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Now, 2 o'clock in the morning it hit. When that happens, is there warning? Is there anything that can
Well,
wake
there's
you
been
up?
a whole thing about it. You know, some people said that the warnings did go off, and some people said, wow, they're running. They heard the warnings go off. But nonetheless, yeah, I don't think you would hear it.
Yeah, you'd be asleep and
2 in the morning, you're in REM.
Yeah.
You're like
You're
out.
right.
Anyway, so yeah, 22 people were killed. They actually said, and I don't know if this is just the media, but they said some people woke up with children in their trailers that weren't theirs.
That just ran and
Wow.
hid.
I don't know, or that it was so disheveled, all the trailers smashed together and blah blah blah, and that they woke up. It just said woke up with children in their trailers.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Did you see the one report where the guy was standing against all the debris that looked like Christmas trees?
Oh no.
Like, tape and cassette tape and all this insulation, all this was just like strewn along this whole forest, and it looked like they were almost decorated, but weird. I can't explain it. It was really bizarre. Like it was a set decoration.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just so surreal. But anyway, 22 people did. I can't believe that. Yeah, so it was crazy. But I told you a long time ago, my sister's really good friend, her name was Lynn Moore. She was killed in a tornado.
Wow.
It was very sad.
That is sad.
That's awful.
And we lived in our camper for like a week because we didn't have any electricity. I remember all the power lines all over the ground and stuff. And we had to live in our camper.
Where'd you guys go? Did you have a little underground shelter?
We had a basement.
Yee, that's scary. You got to go in the basement.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, I mean, it was
Shut
awesome.
the door and hold on.
Yeah, yeah. You go in the basement and then you keep on because we had one of those. You know,
Man,
I can remember that sound of that
terrifying.
weather radio.
Yeah.
And so that's when you know to run to the basement, and it was just like a common occurrence.
Yeah, I remember spending a summer at my grandmother's in Illinois, and they drag us down to the basement, every couple weeks.
Yeah, it would be every couple of weeks. I mean, and if you remember, like last summer when I was there, we got dragged down to the basement, and Macy's trampoline ended up on the neighbor's house,
Right.
and it had big concrete blocks on it. Remember?
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just a storm too. It didn't even kick into a tornado, right?
There was a funnel cloud somewhere, but yeah, it didn't kick
Wow.
into a tornado, but our trampoline into it. Mary Jo, no, this is Jamie. Will you tell Mary Jo that she needs to come over here and get Macy's trampoline? It's on our porch. And we're
In
like,
my living room.
how'd that work? Because it was caught. I mean, it had cement blocks on the.
Oh, well,
things.
that's like a sail, though. A
Yeah.
trampoline, you get some wind under
Yeah,
that.
that's
you
true.
Could,
We're like, woo, see you later. Anyway, all right, so that happened. Also, what about that poor dog that sniffed too much cocaine?
Oh.
It's a police dog, so be respectful.
I am respectful. I think that's horrible. I think
That was
You know,
some good cocaine
but-
that dog got.
They put it was a competition, and they put some cocaine, I guess, under the refrigerator or something. And the deputy or whoever, the sheriff, whoever keeps those dogs, he said that he saw the dog sniff, and he was waiting for like a point or whatever they do, like a
Right.
bark or something. But he said he didn't really do anything, and he moved on and he searched
And then
other
he
places.
Kept sniffing. And kept sniffing.
And then he had a little white around his nose. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, and so then he went into cardiac arrest, and they found out it was like pure cocaine he'd sniffed. And he went into cardiac arrest.
That is sad, but not. It's somebody's fault there. You don't give the training dog pure blow.
I'm sorry, cool guy. What?
You don't give the training dog pure blow. You cut that stuff. Give him a little talcum powder with it.
I don't know what cutting means.
They put other things in it that aren't cocaine so that it's not so pure and it wouldn't be
All
that
I know
strong
is
to kill
cut
it
it out.
Yeah,
right.
they cut it with stuff and make
Like
it
baby
not
powder?
so pure,
Is that
so
what
it's
you
not
just said?
100%. Yeah, they put like talcum powder in it. They put all kinds of crap in it. They put laxatives
And people put
in there.
that in their nose?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah, if you want to kill someone that does cocaine, you take
give them
the,
pure Coke.
You give them pure Coke, or you take the powder off of battery cables in your car, the acid, and chop it in there. And
How do
it'll
you
kill
know
it.
this?
Or rat
I know
poison.
weird things from watching
Oh,
television.
no, you used to work at that rap station.
No, that's where you just shoot people.
Oh, right.
Totally different.
Email Jamie, Jack, and
What had happened was.
What happened?
What happened was a Times Square theater is in trouble after they accidentally started playing a foreign film that begins with a young man committing suicide by to a packed little house of little kids. They were there to see Chicken Little, and they started the movie, and I guess it was a guy committing suicide.
You know they're going to get sued.
Oh, yeah. Moms and little kids were crying, and people were running around the theater trying to get the movie stopped. By the way, speaking of sued, I saw, I was watching early yesterday, or what day? Saturday morning. I had that, whatever that lady, she's kind of a bitch, and she's like an attorney, but she has a TV show, and she analyzes all the current like lawsuits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Andrea or something or another, I don't know her name. Anyway, and I had her on television on the court TV in Las Vegas because it was a big weekend for me.
Right.
You were rocking.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. But they were saying that Home Depot guy that got his ass stuck to the toilet
Toilets,
seat
Yeah.
won't get a bunch of money from Home Depot.
Why
in their
would-
opinion.
Oh, why do they think that he doesn't?
Because
have...
they weren't responsible. It was some employee that did it as a joke, that they had nothing to do with it. And it was just
But their employee did it in their store to a customer.
I know, but they just said that he'll have no case. Isn't that crazy? You would think he would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would think he would.
But all the attorneys there were like, nope, he's not going to get any money.
And then these little kids that saw suicide probably going to get like a college fund.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's weird what you think will make money and what you think won't, you know?
Right.
It's really odd. But anyway, yeah, that's what they were saying. I forgot what the show was. And Arnold, when is this special election?
Tomorrow.
It is?
The eighth, yeah.
It's the one he called, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm for that one where he says that teachers shouldn't have a 10-year when they just started. I'm for that one, but the rest of them I don't know anything else about, so I shouldn't comment. Anyway, it says Saturday, Governor Arnold was holding a rally in San Diego at an airport hangar when some supporters when Warren Beatty and Annette Bening attempted to crash the party. Beatty is a mouthy liberal bastard.
God, guess who wrote that one?
Yeah. That wanted to ambush the governor and attempt to make him look bad in the press. Beatty and Benning were not allowed in the event because they did not have a wristband that was needed. How hard can it be to, mock a wristband? Probably had some sparkles in it.
Yeah.
You know, those ones with the little sparkle flecks in them.
Right.
Those are hard to just pick up. I'm fine. Yeah, so also I saw that Rob Schneider, or not Rob Schneider, that's the Dukes of Hazzard.
No, that's the little guy.
That's a little short guy from.
That's the little short guy from Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, shoot. Rob! He was on the All My, oh my God, you know, I remember all my life.
Meathead.
Oh, Meathead. He's
Yeah.
another one.
What's his name? Rob?
I can't think.
Is it Rob?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't think of his name right now.
Well, anyway, he was out in front. He was all bitching about Arnold.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
he's
think
another
he's a big Arnold fan.
He's a big left. Most of Hollywood is pretty to the left, and Arnold's pretty to the right.
Well, I just don't like that it cost all this money for this election. I think we could have done without it, but that's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. There was a rally here yesterday, too, huh? Did you guys see it?
I was out of town.
didn't see
I
that.
missed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was playing football, watching football, playing video games.
I'm
you know.
glad that we're very politically
Right.
of sound
Well,
mind.
I was at Cabazon.
none of us know.
No, I'm so
saw
adamant
Alina.
in my political views that I know exactly what I'm doing in the election. I know exactly how I'm voting. I know how I'm going, so I don't even pay attention to that stuff.
No, I know, but I mean, some people are so passionate about it, and I
Yeah.
think the three of us are just like,
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's
It's like you know which way you're going to vote, so what do you care about a rally? You're not going to sway me.
But what up with Paris? Why is everybody catching Paris on fire?
Muslims. They're Muslims from the
I
ghetto
heard they were
area.
teenagers.
Muslim teens. And they were two of them running from the police, and one ran into a room
Muslims.
and got electrocuted.
Muslims. What
And
happened?
They were running from the police because the police were after them for something. And they ran into a room and they got electrocuted in this room they were hiding in. And after that, it started causing unrest because I guess the police have been abusing the Muslim
Muslims?
youths
I did not know this.
for being wild.
Informative.
So now they're out busting stuff up. And finally, over this weekend, into the 11th night of the riots, they have now started. They've burned a synagogue now. They've burned 2 churches.
It's out of control.
They're burning all kinds of cars.
all over
They're
France now,
shooting.
too.
Yeah.
It's not just Paris.
And now it's not just Muslims either. It's spread into just. Remember, like here in LA, when there was a
followers.
point to the madness after the Rodney King verdict, you could understand in some spots, and then it just became all of LA looting.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that looks fun.
Yeah, let's go get some free TVs.
Oh, yeah. So
Burn stuff.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're getting press. I'll burn some. Yeah, but it's not just Paris now. It's all of France. I mean, they had those little, you know how when we have forest fires here, they put up those little pictures of fires, their drawings?
Yeah.
And they show California and they drew the little, fires thing.
Yeah.
They showed France and they did the little fire drawing, and they're all over. I mean, it's out of control. I mean, who would have thought it's such a big country, all of a sudden it's all in unrest? I mean, to me,
They're going to surrender soon.
Who are?
France.
Yeah, right. Shut up.
They're surrendering to the rioters maybe today.
All right, here's the deal. We have Rob Reiner, election issues.
That's it, Rob Reiner.
Cocaine in a bag. We have all kinds of phone calls that people want to inform us exactly the details of what we don't know what the hell we're talking about, which is perfect. And again, I would love for you all, you women especially, because I know it was a bitch weekend for you with husbands and football. If you want to vent about that, if you want to do an impression of your husband watching football, if you want to, do the, oh my God, I can't believe Virginia Tech lost, and then the pouting that I had to deal with all weekend, where the guy is just like he was just pained that Virginia Tech lost.
It'll ruin your weekend if your team
But
loses.
it was just a burden. It's like he was having a heart attack. I mean, just hurt him so bad.
It kills you.
Oh, Virginia Tech lost.
Season's
Oh.
over.
Oh my God, it's the big one. George Clooney got in a fist fight.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 damn, damn, damn. George Clooney denied a newspaper report that he was involved in a shoving match with a security guard. Here's what it said. He went to the back rear entrance of a bar to avoid photographers. And apparently people are saying he got in a fight with a security guard. That is not what happened. There was a party for the screening of Good Night and Good Luck. A statement by Clooney's Los Angeles-based publicist said the actor, quote, did not get into a fight with a security guard. However, he did get into an argument with someone connected with the movie. And while it had nothing to do with the paparazzi, it did have everything to do with someone being unkind to a woman. Ooh. Hey, I want to talk about that. It just
George
kicks off
Clooney,
a memory.
defender of women.
Yes, and the respect that they need. While no punches were thrown, George told the person to knock it off. Woo! In the statement, Clooney said he was coming to the defense of a woman he believed was being mistreated. I won't stand by while someone is being insulted and, big long word. Big word. I don't know.
Okay.
The 44-year-old actor said.
Wow.
Just, insulted and said bad things too. Anyway, so that's what happened. He didn't get in a fight with a security guard. He got in a fight with somebody that was involved with the film because they were mistreating a woman. Here's my point. That guy that was just on the phone with a baby bubble.
Snowboarder.
Yeah, right.
Baby daddy.
Baby dad. I was at this event thing over the weekend, and one of the things that they had was this boy-girl bathroom. It was like kind of a locker room feel, and both boys and girls could use the bathrooms. So there was like 4 stalls, and men and women could both use them.
Okay.
So it was really kind of funny because he was peeing right next to me.
Right.
And so I go to pee in the stall right next to him. It's just weird because I've never peed beside him.
Right.
As you can imagine, that's just weird. Seeing his feet
Right.
face the other way is odd. So I'm peeing. All of a sudden, I see this huge eyeball. And it's of a guy staring into my stall. And I go, Excuse me, sir, could you not look in my stall? And he goes, oh, sorry. I go, you dick? So I hear, from my boyfriend.
Okay. Do we know the guy? Was the guy like peeping? Or
Yes.
was he trying to just look through to see if anybody was in there?
He was totally a peeping Tom. He kept his eye there for a long, long time.
Yeah, you just need to see if there's a body in there.
Right, you can see from the feet, and
Right.
you can see through the shadows. He had kept his eye there. He was like this the whole time, and I was like, because I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, he's just looking for a minute, but he didn't back away.
Oh, yeah.
So I said to my boyfriend, what the hell? Why didn't you get mad at that guy? He was totally peeping. And he goes, oh, my God. He was wasted out of his mind. He said, I saw him after you yelled at him, and he hit the sink, and then he walked over, and he hit the wall. He said, there's no way you want to even deal with that guy. He said he was wasted out of his mind. You're supposed to defend the honor of your gal.
You could call security.
But wouldn't you defend the honor of your wife if you knew a guy was peeping at her?
All depends on the situation. It would go anywhere from I would laugh to I'd become extremely violent. Just
He
depends on
laughed.
what happened.
He laughed, and he felt sorry for the guy because he was so drunk.
Wait a minute. This was an episode of Family Guy.
What do you mean?
Remember when
yeah.
the pervert guy, what's his name, Quagmire, was trying to look at Lois and she was going to the bathroom and Lois got mad?
Was
and-
he on the ceiling or
Yeah, and
something?
she called the police, and then the husband got mad at her, going, he was trying to pay you a compliment. He wanted to see you naked.
See, I lived it. But my boyfriend was laughing, going, oh, the guy's drunk, let's leave him alone. He's having a bad enough day. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? That I'm ugly in the bathroom? Like, bad enough day. You know?
Without getting beat up.
But I mean, but I think that you would, now I'm mad that Stench isn't going my way with this.
Right.
You wouldn't defend your wife and flip out?
I would probably flip out.
Yeah. Jack?
Is he really drunk?
Wasted.
Yeah, I would have.
That's where you
chalked
might let
it
him
up.
slide.
Yeah, because he's probably. I mean, I've been drunk enough where I'll stand there and not know where I am. You know what I mean? He might have just been like mesmerized and not known. How often are you in a co-ed bathroom? I mean, there's so many weird things. If I was wasted in a co-ed bathroom, I might start crying thinking I was in the wrong restroom.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
I know. It was in a locker room, like a co-ed locker room.
Yeah, see, there's so much weird about this that if obviously if you were in a normal women's room and a guy came in, there would be hell to pay. Police would be
Well,
involved.
right, yeah.
But this is a odd situation.
We were at a party, and
Right.
so it was a co-ed locker room thing.
Right. It's a different situation.
I wanted him to fight,
Wow.
which is funny because I don't want him to fight,
Give him time.
but I just wanted him to
You know
be
what's funny?
jealous or something.
My wife wouldn't say anything for fear of me killing the guy. More than likely.
I didn't have to say anything. The guy was right there.
She would be like,
He
trying
could
to
hear
stop
me
her.
yell
Okay.
at the guy.
That's probably why it wasn't as bad too, because he was right there. Like to hear a story like that secondhand would make me more upset than if I was standing right there and could see the situation. You know what I
Right.
mean? If my wife came in and said some guy was staring at me in the bathroom, I'd be pissed. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if I was standing there, I saw it was some drunk guy who was out of his mind, I might go,
Might
that
laugh.
guy was wasted.
That's what he said. He was laughing. He goes, I don't even know how I got out of the bathroom. He
Right.
goes, he was like a pinball trying to get out of there. He goes, he didn't even know what he was doing. He didn't know he was looking at you.
See, that's what I figured too. If you saw him and knew the situation, then it probably wasn't that bad.
Thanks a lot, babe. Yes, he did. I was totally smoking hot with my pants pulled down.
Yeah.
The pregnant girl, like, all bitchy, like,
Oh.
I'm sure he's looking at me because I was hot. Chase?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Well, thank you. You guys roll.
We
We
roll.
Hey, Rule, what can we do for you?
No Thanksgiving first calls?
Oh, my God, Jack, I'm so sorry.
Jamie, Jack, and
self-absorbed
Stench.
again.
First call of the day.
The turkey is a funny bird. His head goes wobble, wobble. All he says is just one word. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Albuquerque is my turkey, and he's feathered, and he's fine, and he wobbles,
This is a
and
grown
he gobbles,
woman,
and
not a
he's
kid.
absolutely mine.
Turkey, turkey. I'm a big fat turkey. When I talk, when I walk, I wobble, wobble, wobble. When I walk, I wobble, 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 wobble.
I'm done with kids.
Hey, you have to.
I know, and I don't let them sing around me either. It's just annoying.
Right, because they have to play, like, Death Watch or whatever on PlayStation.
Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto.
Yeah. Did you see the new report that kids emulate what they see?
Oh, then my kids are going to be violent killers soon.
Yeah, I thought that of you because it's this new report that's out by the Kinsey, some
Yeah,
smart
some
institute.
institute.
Yeah. And what kids do, little kids, like toddlers, like your kid, is they make an imprint in their brain of the situation and then they reenact it. It's like a blueprint. They take a blueprint of different situations, what they see,
Awesome.
like whether it's a movie or whatever, whatever it is.
That means my daughter's going to be Donovan McNabb of the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, it means your daughter's going to be a princess with a gun.
No,
Because she emulates, like, the princess. She takes a
Yeah.
photocopy of that, and then she Grand Theft Auto. She's going to be a princess hijacking people.
I only let her play sports games. She only plays football. That's what we're playing right now. Only
Oh,
football.
wow.
Football season, we only play football.
It's a thing.
It's a
So
thing.
let me get this straight. Over the weekend, and I just want to make sure, because I know we had some people that wanted to do impressions of their husbands over the weekend or boyfriends. So you watched football. You
One-
watched the UCLA game.
Yeah.
You watched Alabama.
Watched Alabama game.
Uh-huh.
Watched part of that Virginia-Miami game. Mm-hmm. Flipped around sometimes between
Right.
games.
And so then after you watched those games, because that took up a big 6 hours
Right.
Yeah.
of your productive Saturday. So after you watched those games, then you went into your room and then played PlayStation football.
Oh, contraire mon frère.
What?
I am a multitasker with multiple television sets.
Yes.
The game is on in the room while I'm playing. And since I have TiVo, if something good happens, I could boop, 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 rewind, click, rewatch the play.
And so you're playing PlayStation while you're watching football.
Yes. And it's Xbox I'm playing right now.
I'm sorry.
That's my,
I
that's
didn't-
my new thing.
I didn't mean to get PlayStation, Xbox. So you're playing Xbox.
Live, online.
Talking to other idiots.
Talking to my friends.
Jack called you an idiot. Jack called you an idiot. Jack called you
Talking
an
to
idiot.
my friends on the East Coast.
And you're okay with this, and you never in your life thought that this is a big doofus thing that people do.
I thought, God, technology is cool that I can still play video games with my friends that live 2,000 miles away.
Did you wear that camouflage hat?
No, I had on my Alabama camouflage hat. Duh, it was Saturday. College sports day.
I don't. Did your wife know that this was the deal with you?
Yeah, I think she's happy I just leave her alone sometimes, but there's times she gets pissed. We went out to dinner that night.
Oh boy.
Got dressed up and went out to dinner and did stuff
She
with
fed
friends.
me that night.
No, I got stuck with a bill.
Oh, yeah, that's not how it works in Stench's
Yeah,
house. He doesn't
right.
make as much money, but he pays for
Yeah,
everything.
you'd be amazed at what I have the lifestyle of a wealthy man on a poor man's budget.
I just think it's amazing that you could sit there and play and watch all day long when there's so many chores that need to be done.
There's people.
No, there's not people.
There's a lady that
You're
cleans.
not that kind of person.
There's a lady that cleans, and there's a lady that does laundry, and there's a dry cleaner that picks up and delivers, and I can play on the weekends.
No, but I mean, like the fence needs to be raised,
No, that a guy did that last weekend.
but you mix concrete and stuff.
That's okay. The projects I do, when there was something involving my motorcycle, and a planter had to be taken out, and a hole had to be dug, and concrete had to be mixed and poured, did that.
But when it doesn't involve you and you
yeah,
don't
if
care,
it doesn't involve like my own personal thing. If I'm not that into it. Like I didn't want the fence around the front yard of the house. I didn't want to
so
live
you're
in
not
the
gonna
fortress.
raise it.
So I wasn't gonna raise it, lower it, or put it up. Yet went to damn Home Depot and bought all the supplies for it.
Has your wife ever called you selfish?
7.
Oh my God. So, I was just telling y'all how my boyfriend wants to create a bubble, a baby bubble for babies that cry. You stick it on their head and they're a little baby Martian.
Man.
And then they cry inside the bubble so you can't hear them. Oh, yeah, we're ready to have a kid. Anyway, so Stench's thought was try it on the cat first.
Yeah, imagine Clifford running around with silent meows.
The baby or the bubble of silence on Clifford.
My problem, we can't get any water while he has it on, but you could test it for a
Yeah,
while.
the bubble of silence on the cat. We'll give it a try. We'll take it over to, isn't Simon doing casting calls today?
Yes. Or the
No, the
14th.
15th, 14th,
Yeah.
15th,
Yeah.
whatever. All right, so we'll have him take it over there with the little bubble of silence. See how that works out. In the meantime, we want to talk about your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. The bitches of the weekend. I saw it firsthand. There's this guy I know. His name is Sean, and he's a big old Virginia Tech fan. He's
Ow.
such a big Virginia Tech fan that he actually, friends, we were in Vegas, the Sin City, the most fun you can have, the Mecca of madness, if you will. And the man was suffering deep and dark and sad and depression because Virginia Tech lost. He actually held his head down and his shoulders were drooped as he walked. And then each step was just so hard.
It's a big deal when your team loses, especially when they're as ranked high, as highly as Virginia Tech was.
Well, they rank all right. Sorry. Here's Adriana. Hi, Adriana.
Hi.
Hi.
You guys rule.
We rule. So I thought of this, though. I would much rather have Stench as a husband than the Sean guy. Because, do you droop, though? Do you do that?
If Alabama would have lost this weekend, it would have been a long, hard day for me.
Oh, then never mind. Because you also play PlayStation.
I was still seriously bummed UCLA lost, but I kind of have been expecting that for a while.
Right.
So it wasn't so bad.
Okay, but you droop, too. Wow, that's sad.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Adriana.
Well, I've got pretty good competition only because my boyfriend, I've been living with him for 3 months. Okay, I'm 22 years old, so I'm putting my feet in the water here. And he has this one component attached to the TV where he can have his PlayStation and Xbox hooked up.
Oh, both
I
of them?
I have that too.
Okay.
Why would you want both?
Because
God
you're a
knows.
multi-gamer. Some
you're
games
a
are
man.
only in one system. I have
No,
both.
but why
So you
does it...
can switch back and
Oh,
forth.
but you don't play at the same time.
No.
You can't. But also now I already have the open slot waiting for the brand new Xbox 360 coming out in 3
Of
weeks.
course you do.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, if there's an upcoming game, specific teams, he sets up those teams on his Madden game and will play.
I do that.
If he wins, then they're gonna win.
If my team loses, I'll be like, there's no way they could beat them, and then I will turn on Madden and prove it by squashing them 66-0.
And so he's yelling at the TV. It just sounds just like a real game.
I like him.
And I'm like, I'm hearing that, and he's cussing at the TV, 4-letter words, and screaming out their names. And
when
I
Madden makes you fumble or Madden calls a holding call on you.
No,
it's like,
that's-
I didn't hold. That's bullcrap.
Oh,
Computer
yeah,
failed.
that is devastate. Okay, Adrian,
yeah.
here's the deal. Okay, first of all, the guy that is watching the football and pouting, can't get into that. The guy that's also watching, playing football and plugs his teams in, and then somehow psychically, if his team wins on Madden, then his team will win in real life. Can't handle that. The other guy can't handle, I mean, you guys are all like so pegged. Is the guy that has a certain type of car, I also dealt with this. He has a certain type of car and no other car is cool enough. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I like that car. Oh, that's made by Ford. You got to get an Audi. Well, I don't like Audis. Oh, Audis are cool. They're made by Volkswagen. And he goes on for an hour. And then you say, oh, I actually have a Cerritos Nissan. Well, you should get an Audi.
Yeah.
What about that guy? Like the guy that's so into his car that he's crazy?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, not just, I mean, like that name.
Right.
This guy that slumped his shoulders also was the fanatic about this car, where like anybody else's car was not good enough, and it wasn't right. It was only his car is the only right car.
Yeah.
At least he has the car. He never played on the football team, or
Are you out? Okay, more okay with that?
More okay with the guy who at least owns the car than
Right.
somebody who just has this, like, I think I'm kind of associated with the team because I went to that school. He didn't play on
He
the team.
didn't even go to Alabama.
I know.
I didn't
He's
go
not
to
even-
UCLA either. What you don't understand is if you're from that region, then there's no pro teams there. So you get into the local college team and you're very passionate about it. You're a fan of that team, just like my pro team that I'm a fan of is New York Giants. That's my favorite pro team. I lived in New York for a little while, but I liked them way before that. I just didn't like the LA teams.
I don't know,
You
Jack.
pick your team and you're passionate about them
Jack,
forever.
do you think that you have a thing, though? Okay, because you don't have the I got the best car in the world and everybody should have my car. You don't have the football thing or the PlayStation thing. You've got to have a thing.
TiVo.
That you're the king of TiVo
Yes.
and that you know all of TiVo?
Yes.
Because all you guys have a thing that is just maddening. That is just like
I
sends us
wish
over
I
the
could
edge.
afford to have the car thing. Like,
Yeah,
I wish
me
I
too.
could have a really cool car. I'd probably be that guy if I could afford to be that guy.
But I don't
I'm
even
with
know.
Stench on that.
But I don't even know what year his car is. I mean, he's
Right.
23 and he has an Audi. But you
Right.
gotta get, dude. You gotta get an Audi.
Yeah.
You gotta get an Audi.
No, there's some cool
and I would
ones.
disagree with them on that anyway.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different issue.
We should call him. He will fight you to the end about the Audi.
About his overpriced Volkswagen?
Yeah, because that's what I kept going, me, like that to him. You send him over the edge. If you want to send him over the edge, Jack, just go, me, Virginia Tech lost. Ooh, men we hate and the women that love them.
Yay.
Yay is right. All right, so everything from the Xbox / I'm watching football, but I'm playing Xbox at the same time. My teams are on.
Multitasking.
Right, over the weekend, because we don't have anything else to get done, babe. We have that guy. We have Jack, who is the TiVo expert. Nobody else is allowed to touch the TiVo, and he knows exactly what he's doing with TiVo. And he has it all figured out, and he has it, like, crazy up. And by the way, TiVo shares up 10% this morning.
Oh, good.
Just
Good.
looking at the news right there. It
They've
was
been
weird.
eating it.
I know, but it was just weird. I was like, TiVo, there it is. Anyway, so Jack is like the TiVo man of the house. Like, nobody else allowed to touch the TiVo except for Jack. Jack
That's
TiVo
annoying.
is what we call him.
Right.
Then we have the car guy, the over car enthusiast guy. You got to get an Audi. Oh, that's a stupid car. What, that car? That's a stupid car. Oh, the new Bentley, stupid. You gotta get an Audi.
Stupid.
Oh, the new Rolls Royce, stupid. Gotta get an Audi.
Not fast.
Not fast, Audi. And so
My A6 could torch that thing.
yeah. So then there's that guy as well, and then Stench was also telling me about a new guy he'd like to introduce, and that is Lawn Guy.
Lawn guy. Okay, I got a guy on my block that has one of those fancy, like clove lawn, dichondra lawn. It's just like
I've heard
little,
of those. I just don't know how to say them.
Yeah, like little clovers,
Right.
or whatever. The whole lawn is that it looks nice, but he spends one day of each weekend, sometimes two, out in his yard plucking stray grass hairs that grow up between
Was he like
the clovers.
70?
No, middle-aged guy. I mean,
Middle-aged guy plucking his
thing.
hair, like plucking hairs.
sits out there on his hands and knees plucking little.
I feel like I've seen
strands
this
of
in a
grass.
movie.
I should probably stop driving by and throwing handfuls of seed on his lawn during the week.
But doesn't that seem like a movie you watch?
No, but what an obsession with this lawn. I mean, he has a gardener that's doing all of the raking and all that stuff during
Right.
the weekend, and he is in this lawn on his
Pulling
hands
out
and knees,
any piece of grass that don't match.
plucking it's like plucking hairs out of this perfectly smooth, like little clover lawn.
And do you just point and laugh at him? Because that is a bad movie.
It's his thing. It makes him happy.
See, that's crazy. And I wonder if she knew, though, the woman that loves him, that she was getting into that. I think you guys pitch yourself as something else, and then all of a sudden you're out in the lawn pulling out lawn
Does
hairs.
it make him happy or is it driving him crazy?
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
think, I
It's
think
an
a lot of those
obsession.
guys, when it takes like an entire day or an entire weekend to do it every weekend, like if the guy that works on his house all the time, a lot of that I think is this be outside away from you.
Yeah, because you guys are just out drinking beers, not finishing anything. But I think there are obsessive. I think that
Yeah.
some people with the football crap are obsessive. I think Jack with his TiVo's obsessive. I think Lawn Guy sounds a little obsessive. I know Audi Guy, obsessive. I mean,
I get a little
he
annoying
cleans
with
his
my
engine.
sports. Oh, he cleans his engine?
Yes.
Yeah, he's obsessive.
He's a nut.
On an Audi?
Yeah, Jack. If I had his number, if I
I
could
get
find-
it. I get it. There's just so much cooler cars I would think than to be obsessed with, but I guess whatever floats your boat.
I can't find his number. I had an email from him, but I can't find it because we would call him. He cleans
Okay.
the engine of an
Obsessive
Audi.
sports guys, I just saw the rankings, and UCLA is now at number 14 in the polls.
Well, it's over.
They lost. They were, number 5 this season, and now they're at 14.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
Brutal.
All right, should I tell you real fast about the guy I saw that's wrong? Because this
Now, this guy you said isn't obsessive, but
This is a new category. This is like creepy married guy.
Kind of like creepy in Next Door?
Yeah. Creepy married guys.
Okay.
That people are okay with it, but I'm not. I was looking, I was wherever I was, I forgot. But there was this really, really long line. And I was like, what's this really long line for? And it was all guys, nothing but guys. Well, those 3 playmates that we had in here.
The girls next door?
Yeah. They were doing an appearance. The girls next door were doing an appearance. And appearance?
Appearance?
Yeah.
And all these men were in line with their Playboy calendars.
Oh.
All with their wedding rings on. Waiting for the playmates to sign their calendars.
I would do that for Pamela.
You would be that guy?
Yes, I
you
would
would
be that
stand
guy.
in line with your calendar with your wedding ring on?
Absolutely for the Pam.
Oh my God, please don't be that person.
But I wouldn't do it for random playmates or random
I don't
hot
care.
girl.
You just admitted you'd stand in line for Pamela with your
I
calendar.
would stand in line for Pamela with my calendar.
It's not like, I can see if you stood in line for Pete Rose or, Jerry Seinfeld because you think they're funny or talented or
that
they
too.
offer you something. She offers you tits.
Perfect.
You all right?
I'm itchy. I'm itchy, Jack. Itchy.
You're allergic to Jack. I saw Desperate Housewives last night.
I didn't. I went to bed at 7:30 because I got home from Vegas. I was quite tired. What happened?
Bree was allergic to George the pharmacist. And she broke out in hives when they started to make out.
Well, so he just creeps her out. She's not really allergic.
No, it was a mental thing. Every time she would think about it, she would subconsciously think she was still married, and she would break out in hives whenever they got intimate.
Oh, I like that.
But George has a long streak of these sort of things going on.
What do you mean?
We'll play a clip a little while later where you hear all the women that reject him at the end of the night because they don't want to be intimate with the George.
Because he's gay.
No, he's not.
Yes,
the
he
pharmacist
is.
isn't gay.
Yes,
he's
he is.
crazy and weird.
He's gay.
Very
Anyway.
gay.
Actually, if you want to play that now, it's number
Sure.
4.
What clip number is it?
Yeah, number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah. George the pharmacist getting rejected by women at the end of the night.
Here we go.
George Williams had never been lucky in love.
Nope.
It seemed that the women he dated always invented reasons not to consummate their relationships.
Yep.
I'm afraid we'd wake my roommate.
I have to get up really early for work.
I'm saving myself for marriage.
Sadly for George, it was one unoriginal excuse after another.
Are you allergic to something you ate?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, I've made duck l'orange 1,000
Breaking out in
times.
hives.
Something is causing that rash. Bree, please don't.
I'm sorry, George, but you have to go.
But the kids are away. I was sort of hoping we could make love tonight.
How are we going to do that, George? You have just given me hives.
Poor George.
Aw, Jack, were you sad?
For George?
Did you watch it last night?
No, I missed it as well.
Stench, you obviously
Actually,
thought...
a good episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
One of your favorites?
The first good episode this season. They've been holding on for sweeps. They've been sandbagging on us.
Yeah, and so really good, yeah.
And Paul Young, just back. Paul Young, remember we had him in on
Right.
Friday?
Yeah, I saw him.
He's just back. He's back. He moved in. They know he killed Mrs. Huber, and they can't do anything about it, and he's back.
He likes to partake in the liquor in Vegas.
Oh, did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't think he remembered who I was for a second. And then he's like, yay!
I like that guy.
Good for him.
He had fun.
Yeah.
He had fun in Vegas. I have nothing against people that overindulge.
Mark Moses.
Right. Mark Moses
Right.
likes to have some cocktails. And you know what? It was free
He was
drinks.
in Vegas and he was having a good time. He's on a hit show. Why not?
Exactly, Jack. And he wasn't obnoxious or anything. He was
No,
just
he's
a happy
married guy with a couple of kids. He's just
Totally
having a good time.
happy
He's really creepy on the show, though. Paul Young's back and is creepy.
What did he do on the show?
He just moved back into his house and started mowing the lawn, and everybody freaked out. Like, hey, wait a minute. Didn't he kill Mrs. Huber? So Susan called the police. The police came. And then Mike Delfino's the only guy. He's the guy that told him. Remember, he had him down on the ground with a gun to his head, and he confessed to the murder.
Right.
And also the diary. Well, Mike goes, the police didn't come and get Mike. And Mike goes, oh, no, I never said that. None of that ever happened. I don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy. So everyone thinks Susan's nuts at this point. The police let him go. They have no way to stick him. And it ends up Mike couldn't say anything because he's on probation. He had kidnapped the guy. He had a gun, was holding him there, totally couldn't fess up. and get this guy busted, because then in fact he would have been busted.
You're way too involved.
So now Paul Young just moves back in. It's all good. He's a
Doesn't
murderer.
everybody hate Mrs. Hoover anyway, or didn't they dislike her? So it
She's
didn't matter.
dead. It doesn't even matter.
No, she lived with Edie, and they were friends.
Oh my
They weren't
God,
friends.
you two are homos.
No, they were friends. She lived with her.
The guy that knows soap operas also
And also
should
in
be
the
shot.
diary, if Mike were to give the diary to the police, it also said how Mrs. Hoover was blackmailing Susan for burning her house down accidentally. Remember that?
How do you remember all these details? You're retarded.
It was in last night's episode. You have a little recappy.
Okay, Cappy, whatever the hell, big guy that's homo guy.
You need to love the show.
I love the show.
Oh!
I just don't love big men that are trying to love the show.
And also in the show last night, Mike Delfino's Cerritos Nissan looking cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, now you've interested me.
And what you don't know is that Stench has the Desperate Housewives video game that he plays after the show to see if the scenarios would work out the same.
See if Paul Young could really get away with murder.